I recreated this epic Godzilla scene in a cinematic way. From concept to final, I'll take you through my entire process. Okay, what next? I go into Sketchfab, then I found this model. Then I start adding some sculpt brush to give it a little bit depth look. Then I start to apply the textures, and I started the texture painting of some little details like some dirt on the foot, and some blood stain on some heart in his mouth, as this process gives some additional details to character. So, let's plan out our scene setup. I need to gather some reference images so I can get how this scene should look like. I watched some tutorial to get some ideal, again, and again. I'm using a combination of screenshots from the Godzilla movie and concept art to get a better understanding of the characters, environments, and overall mood of the scene. This is an important step because it helps me stay focused and for better recreation of my epic scene. You know what? Subscribe and let's move. Now that I have my Godzilla ready. But wait, it not moving. Okay, we need to add rigging. You know what rigging? Okay, let me tell you. Rigging refers to a digital skeleton that is created to match the shape and structure of the 3D model. This skeleton is made up of bones and joints that are connected to each other. I'm using Prisma Bone Armature to start the rigging process. I select the object and start adding the bone one after the other. Rigging is done. For the environment, I think this should be in a city, but not just city. I decided to use some ruined apocalypse city. I just go into Sketchfab and grab the city. Well, this looks good, but I think I should add more drama to the scene. I start to put some ruined car, concrete dirt on the floor, and some signpost board to the scene. I bring in Godzilla, rotate and scale up to fit in the scene in proper angle. Then I add new camera view. Now let's go into animation. I start adding animation keyframe, and I start by adding some movement to Godzilla by moving the arm, legs, and head movement. And I add a little bit camera shake as Godzilla make every steps as he move. Are we done? Well, not yet. I go by adding some drama to the scene. I create fog to the scene. Then I give it little animations so this looks like they are moving a little bit. Then I throw in some helicopters to make the scene looks more epic and cinematic, and start to animate them like they are trying to approach and attack Godzilla. This camera view is done. Then I rotate the camera view to change the top view position where this looks from above the Godzilla. Then I start animation on different style both on the character and the camera. This part is done too. Now let's move to lighting of the scene. Lighting is where the magic and cinematic will happen. I add sunlight to the scene, then I reduce its intensity a little bit. After that, I throw in some point lights to give additional soft lighting to scene. I start to adjust the color a little bit to give the perfect cinematic look. Then after that I start to render the shots. Then I start compositing the shots in a light motion by adding some color grading, light glow correction, and some explosion effects to the shots, and sound effects. After months of setups, animation, rigging, rendering, compositing, editing, but wait, you forgot to subscribe, friend. Okay, so let's take a look at our final scene.